A very good happy Tuesday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon here in the driver's seat bringing you your latest weather and odd forecast courtesy of none other than On Target. Getting a look out here, folks, it's the broken record forecast that's going to be continuing across the region. We got this quasi-stationary front riding right along the Ohio River. South of that boundary, we're going to continue to have this southwesterly flow that's going to continue to churn in the very warm, very humid air mass that's going to continue to reside across our vicinity. Coming along with that is going to be the opportunity at sporadic storm development. And folks, this looks to be the weather story pretty much throughout the remainder of this week. All right, let's get a look across the region. We've had some of the showers and storms that moved through here as we worked throughout the day yesterday, and that has created some fog that's lingering across the region. Morgantown Skycam showcasing that dense fog that is now beginning to lift out across the region. After it does so, we'll be caught underneath the partly sunny skies here as we work and we progress throughout the entirety of today. Not everyone has seen that fog early this morning. Our Barren River Lake Cam, Proclaim Broadcasting, showcasing a beautiful view with just a few wispy clouds out there with blue skies dominating early this morning. Getting a look out there, we've got temps and dew points hanging out right around the low 70 range. Folks, we're going to be bumping those highs up between the upper 80s and lower 90s yet again. Dew points hanging out between the low and mid 70s. We're going to have heat indices. It's going to be approaching the mid and upper 90s for most of us throughout the day. But again, folks, we're continuing to look at this same song and dance that continues to take place here across the region. You can see the surface map as we work throughout the day. We got that stationary front hanging out and lingering just north of the region. We're going to progress into Wednesday. We're going to keep that front north of the region. And as we go into Thursday, unfortunately, it's going to remain the broken record forecast. Folks, with the boundary remaining just north of the region, we're going to keep the southerly winds in place. We're going to continue to keep the atmosphere around us that feels more like a rainforest out there as a result. Now, we can see what's going on at the surface, and we can jump over and we can take a look at what's going to change as we work over the course of the upcoming days. First and foremost, 18 to 20,000 feet up above our head. Got this upper ridge that continues to build across the western tier of the U.S. with this baggy trough located over the Great Lakes region. This is going to continue to keep that southerly flow in here out of the deep south and keep it very warm and muggy. That little baggy trough is what's going to continue to help promote the sporadic development of showers and storms here across the region. Take a look at the precipitable water readings across our vicinity. This is the amount of moisture that's available within the atmosphere. If you were to take a column of air, wring it out like a dish rag, this is how much rainfall we would have on the ground. We have had precipitable water values exceeding 2 inches throughout the overnight, and they're going to stay between 1.5 inches to 2 inches plus across the region, not just today, as you can see here, but as we work into our Wednesday, we get a return of that, those high values, continuing on into our Thursday as well, lingering on into the Friday time frame to go along with that. Very little alteration and change in what's going to be taking place here across the region. And of course, with that much moisture available and the instability that is available, we can have some sporadic strong storms develop across the region. You can see as we work into this afternoon, guidance is holding it just south of the Tennessee line. Take it with a grain of salt. These things can explode anywhere and everywhere, much like yesterday. We had several of these sporadic pop-up storms bring torrential rainfall across portions of the region. Same song and dance takes us throughout our Wednesday. On into our Wednesday evening. Here we are looking at Thursday. You get the idea. These random sporadic air mass thunderstorms that'll build up. There's no shear to organize or create any sort of significant severe weather. Then we have the downdraft that cuts off the updraft. The storm collapses on itself, bringing those gusty winds across the region. This is going to continue to be what we deal with, despite a marginal risk of severe weather that's going to be in place for us. With that being said, you can see that marginal risk includes the western tier of the region. Over here looking at west side of Butler County down into Logan County as well. This is for damaging winds, all right? Got a 5% probability of damaging winds occurring within 25 miles of you today. Again, this is going to be very similar, folks, to the same pattern that we saw take place yesterday. Total rainfall amounts, in addition to what we've already received, again, folks, you got to take this with a grain of salt. If you're hit by numerous rounds of those pop-up showers and storms over the next several days, you could very well see more rainfall than this, but we got a generalized half-inch to 1.5-inch spread here of what we're expecting over the next 7 days with repeated rounds of showers and storms, which is illustrated nicely here on our 6-day forecast. We got temperatures each and every day splitting the uprights on either side of the 90-degree mark. Going to have heat indices well up into the 90s, maybe approaching the triple digits at times. You can also see there, folks, daily scattered sporadic storms on the docket each and every day of the remaining week. And by the looks of things, this is going to be taking us on into the early days of the new work week as well. We simply cannot escape this summer-like pattern, which makes sense given we're in the middle of our summer season. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather or not forecast presented by none other than On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Don't forget the rain gear before you head out the door just in case one of those sporadic pop-ups impact you.